here in Duval County, Florida. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Jacksonville. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. Now he's free at the 35. Travis Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jags get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point forthcoming. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Dart. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. There's a 5-receiver set. We'll probably see that a lot throughout the course of this game, and especially in short yardage.
Yeah, and I like using it in short yards because a lot of people say, why would you use it there? Well, what you're counting on and what you're expecting is the defense to have their short yardage defense on the field, which usually means bigger players, bigger linemen, extra linebacker, all those sort of things. You go to 5 wide receivers, spread them out. Now you've created mismatches for yourself on offense. Let's see if they can cover those guys.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved to the combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Chase, the motion man right. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again with Tracy. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And how about the coverage here in the end zone? That's how you frustrate a quarterback. You get pressure on, and you take away all of his receivers, and he's got to throw it away on 3rd and goal.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jamar Chase, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Jaguars at 9-4 now on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
103 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go play action with Jackson. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart.
Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Travis Etienne.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
They'll start with a run by Tracy.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
It's unequivocal about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Dart from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw, Dart. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A gain of 5.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They're going option play on third down. And he gets this one just shy of 40 to mark him down at the 39. 14 yards that time, but a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Hunter, 60 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need... There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, 74 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
24, Giants 14.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On the slant, he finds Washington.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. They'll drop that underneath ETN. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and a couple.
And Jackson throwing once more. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He's put up numbers in the...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
To throw is Dart.
It's caught by OBJ. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
To the air, Dart.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. He is out of bounds inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Dart going to look to throw here.
He completes it to Beckham. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll throw again. Dart.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Dart.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A gain there of 30 big ones. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Now Dart. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing his Dart. And he is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play,
you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up in big trouble, as we just saw right there.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action now. Jackson. That is caught by Hunter. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Alfred, sit up.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this one's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
It's 4th and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On to give, it's Tracy. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there. That's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Play action now. Dart. That's caught left side by Neighbors.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 6.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, but they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
Here's Dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne. 79 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
First down. First down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants get a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. It's complete. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now it's Jackson. Finding ETN here. Catching it on the out route. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
ETN bringing in another one. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
12 more yards there and another first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get up.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jaguars are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace where the other offense are going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Here comes third down and 7. Looking to throw, Dart. He's going to air one out. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
It's a gain of 52 yards. And the Giants first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
That's caught. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On first down, right back to ETN. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Gets by him at the 25. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from the 20. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think. Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Giants.
Here's Dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing, Dart.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate.